Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Roma 1, Juventus 0. Yesterday we lost versus Roma and I can tell you this one hurts. I know it hurts, I know how you are feeling, I feel exactly the same. I didn't sleep a lot and I'm sure you didn't sleep a lot. This one hurts even more. Why? Because we are in a moment that the ranking is there, is visible, and every draw, every loss is dragging us really in the middle of that ranking, in that limbo that is absolutely not beautiful to see. We can't do any draw in Serie A. We are not allowed to do any loss in Serie A. In Serie A, if you have 52 points and you lose a game, it is absolutely not funny. Losing is never nice. But you're looking at the ranking saying you are second, you are in top 4, do better in the next game. Sampdoria win versus Inter. Now, in the moment that we are in, if today we lose versus Roma as we did yesterday, well, Bologna is going over you, and this is a total disaster. Yesterday, after the watch-along, I went post-live, and I have to admit myself, and it is my mistake, that probably I was not 100% perfect in analyzing the game or some moments of the game. Why? Because yesterday, Roma players, not only they were able to enter the heads, the minds of the Juve players, but they entered mine, because I was so mad. I didn't remember a game recently where I was so mad. Even the 1-1 versus Nantes, even the 5-1 loss versus Napoli, I was not as mad as yesterday because they entered my head. They confused me, they made me angry, and they won. They won absolutely. Guys, if you want to, before speaking about Dusan Vlahovic that yesterday I defended, but watching again the game, I have some things to say about it. I want to speak, of course, about the 40 seconds of Kean on the field and the celebration of Paulo Dybala. These three topics towards the end of the video, analyzing the game and how we lost in the middle. Well, before that, I want to speak about two specific topics that can potentially give us a mini smile. Not a big one, a mini smile, a bit of hope, what Juventus are looking after the defeat of yesterday. So if you want to, before starting, don't forget, if you want to support the channel, if you care about me, put a maximum of like on that video. Subscribe if you didn't yet. We are that close to reach 23,900. Road to 24, road to 25. We start immediately with Di Maria. The words of Calvo yesterday, before the game, before the loss. He received a question about the rumors of Di Maria. I made a short about it, about the possibility of him staying one more year at Juve. And I really appreciated his words. He didn't dribble the question, he didn't avoid, he went straight to that question, and he said that he is a leader in the locker room, he's also a technical leader on the field. We want to keep Angel Di Maria. We are already talking with his representatives, with his agent, with his entourage. We want to negotiate with headlights off. Beautiful words that are giving hope, and I will tell you why. Because we know it, Mercato is blocked, because we don't know about the minus 15 points. We don't know what competition on a European level we will play next year. We don't even know if we will play a European competition next year. I told you so many times that we are blocked. But Juventus already starting the dialogue, speaking with the entourage of a player like Di Maria. We are not speaking about the under 23, about the under 19 contract extension. We are speaking about Di Maria, World Cup winner. Well, it brings me a little hope that Juventus is reassured about a statement that they want to do. They say, we are here, we are fighting for the minus 15, but we want to continue to have a team with big players. Probably will not reach the levels of the Premier League, the Chelseas of these worlds that are able to spend millions. Well, Juventus wants to go for it. They want to try. And this is already giving me a bit of hope. I already spoke about Di Maria, his will of potentially remaining in Serie A at Juventus, a place where he is loved by his teammates. He knows that the club is trusting him, and also his family is feeling really well in the city of Torino. So that's a beautiful news. Then I also appreciated the words of Adrien Rabiot. Why? Because of honesty. I told you, and that's where we are going towards my philosophy of everything is blocked. Well, the question mark of Rabiot is, I need to wait to understand if Juventus will qualify in Champions League, because I want to play at top level. I have an age where I need to play at top level. That means also Champions League. So depending of Juventus qualification through Europa League, or if we receive the minus 15 points and we go into Champions League, Rabiot could potentially stay. We already spoke about the season of Rabiot that was much better, but day and night regarding or comparing to the last ones. Rabiot is a player that has a sense in Juventus midfield today. I would be happy to see Adrien Rabiot not with 10 million euro a year, but at 6-7 million a year at Juventus. 1 more year, 2 more years, 3 more years at the level that we have now. But I appreciated his honesty, saying it depends. And that's why Juventus, whatever it takes off the field and on the field, through the Coppa Italia, through the Europa League, through the minus 15 points, but also even if we have not, we have to win every single possible game that we have. Not like yesterday where we lost, because that's one of the ways to keep big players or to attract other new players. Anyway, these were the 2 news that I wanted. It will be, of course, a longer video as every post-game, because we have a lot of things to analyze. So let's enter the game of yesterday with Tuttosport that is saying se si mette pure la sfortuna. If even the bad luck if entering, it is a disaster, with Rabiot hands in the hair after hitting the post yesterday. So they are bringing it towards the post, the bad luck. Was it only bad luck? No, it was not, because it's true that I don't remember a game where 3 times in a row in a single game you were able to hit the post. The last time was versus Brescia. We are speaking about 2015, guys. That was really long time ago. If you are able to hit 3 times the post, that means that you were able to enter the box or being in a dangerous zone, because otherwise you are not able to hit the post. So Juventus was looking for that victory. But it's not only that. It's not only that. Corriere dello Sport is going with alla Mu. A Mourinho victory. Gazzetta dello Sport, even better the title, to be honest, because they said il corto muso, and not muso M-U-S-O, but M-O-U-S-O. Playing with the word and using the word Mourinho, corto muso, because yesterday we have been beaten in an Allegri style. In an Allegri style. Who was the only coach able to do that? Well, it is Mourinho. Looking at the stats, guys, you know how much I love the stats, but the stats, they need to be interpreted. Because if you're looking at the stats, yesterday, it's really strange. Juventus, 60% ball possession. Juventus, yesterday, 14 attempts, 5 on target, plus 3 posts. That you have to add on that when you're looking at Roma, only 6 attempts, only 2 on target. Unfortunately, you have that one. That crazy goal after 2 years that Mancini was not able to score. Well, he's going on target. Boom. A fantastic goal. Euro goal. Gol della Domenica, the Sunday goal of Mancini. That indeed, he didn't score for 2 years. He waited for Roma Juve to give them the lead and also the victory, because at 1-0 it's over. The game was over for Juve. We know it. When Juventus concede a goal, you can't recuperate. The stats are showing it. The facts are showing it. In the history of this season, when you concede, you lose. Or you draw maximum. Disaster. Yesterday, where is the mistake here? Because a lot of people spoke about Bonucci. It's not Bonucci. It is Rabiot that is doing one mistake. Rabiot, one of the best one on the field, but that's on him. More than on Tech, that was not 100% impeccable. Could he reach the ball? Maybe, maybe no. I didn't see that catastrophic performance of Szczesny yesterday, saving us on some situations. Paulo Dybala on the other shot on target. Disaster goal. But this is, guys, this is what we said at the end. You remember a few games ago, you remember the month of January, you remember the month of November, you remember that 8 wins in a row. It's not because you have 1 shot on target and that you are scoring and you are winning 1-0 that you don't deserve it. A win is a win. Who is deserving the win? Well, the guy of the team that is putting the ball behind the net more than the opponent team. That's what I always said. So yes, yesterday we played better in a way of football than Roma, but we were not able to win. We even did more pass accuracy, 89% in total. Numbers that it was really long time, if I don't know if I saw them this year. 89% pass accuracy, 78% pass accuracy in opposition half. Guys, does it look like Juventus did a fantastic game? If you're looking only at the stats, wow, fantastic, but it's not true. It is not true. Yes, it's true that Juventus had also the domination of the field. Look at the average block that we had in the first half. Look at the average block that we had after taking away Fagioli, because Fagioli in second half, he touched 3 balls. 3 balls. He was a ghost in the second half. Look with Federico Chiesa how the team is going even higher. After Pogba entered the game at the 77th, Juventus continued to go even higher. But the problem was that yesterday we were mechanical. We were super mechanical. We were academic. Yesterday we were super slow in the first half. I appreciated tactically the first half, but we were missing that magic. Nothing happened. We could have played 100 times these first 45 minutes. We would never have scored. Yes, of course, that header of Rabiot on the post. But except of that, guys, we would have played 100 minutes, we would have played 1,000 minutes, we would not have scored, because every attempt of Juventus that was on the left, on the right, even centrally, with set pieces, it was slow, sterile, and we became predictable. Predictable entering the game of Roma, that was waiting for one shot on goal. What they did yesterday at the 52nd or 52nd minute, they enter. It's not that Roma played better, that they wanted. No, they had one attempt from the distance where we are leaving him the space, boom, goal, and they win the game because they close. And you are looking here at the graphs how many times we tried with attempts. Not great, not fantastic. It is what it is. I go to the individual ratings. The best one, Kostic, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. I had some difficulties to identify the best one yesterday. And it's strange, if you're looking at all these stats, mamma mia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 best players. No, I had difficulties. I would say Kostic, maybe the 21st minutes of Fagioli, before Roma was able to totally cancel him from the game, to cancel him totally, we didn't see him anymore. Then I liked and appreciate Locatelli from that moment on in that first half. Kostic probably the best. But the worst one, except of Moiskin, that we will come back on him, Vlahovic, 4.5. Yesterday during the game, after the game in a post-live, you all told me, Beppe, we didn't appreciate the performance of Dusan Vlahovic. And I was defending you. Why? Because I had the first time in mind. The first time where he touched some balls. Not a lot, but he touched some balls. And they were quite great. At a certain moment, he came back. One touch, control. The control, he improved. And the pass accuracy of Vlahovic was really great in the first half. Unfortunately, Juventus was not able to find Vlahovic. But the second half of Dusan Vlahovic was absolutely not great. Look at the touches of Vlahovic. 6 touches, including the kickoff. So you take one. Including a defensive header probably on a corner. And you have 4 touches. 2 in the box, 2 outside of the box. These are the 45 second half minutes of Dusan Vlahovic. Not enough. Not only because he didn't receive the ball, but also because there is something that he needs to improve me and I want to see as fast as possible. It's the timing. The timing of unmarking himself in the box. Because of a lot of times we know that one of the strengths of Juventus is going with crosses, especially from Kostic. That was one of the match yesterday. A lot of times you see the movement of Vlahovic that is going a bit too late, that is attacking the wrong post, that is going a bit too early, that is not able to unmark himself, or that is hitting the ball, and unfortunately is not coordinated really well. So I defended yesterday some parts of the performance of Vlahovic, but if you are looking at the total Vlahovic yesterday, it was not a great performance. I have to come back on what I said yesterday, so I'm really sorry about that. Speaking about another player, Kean, disaster. Disaster because you enter with your team in difficulty. You are provoked because Mancini, and I will repeat it, and on that one I didn't change my mind, a disgusting player. It's not the first time, It's not the first time that he's provoking players. And yesterday he succeeded after dragging him, after pulling his hair, after pushing him, after whatever you want to. It was, and it should have been a foul for Juventus. Well, Moiskin is reacting. I have to admit that if you're looking at the intensity of the reaction of Moiskin, himself, it was too late because the kick was already gone, but he tried to not hurt Mancini. And you see Mancini that is staying on his feet on first reaction and then is falling on the ground. I am not excusing a stupid fall. He will get a fee. I was absolutely not agreeing with the people that said, now you have to give him a really big punishment, taking him away from the field, because he already caused so many problems for Juventus. Probably not yesterday, but the other games. He will not be there versus Sampdoria, he will not be there versus Inter, and we still don't have Milik. So if something is happening to Dusan Vlahovic, we have 0 strikers, especially because Dusan Vlahovic probably today needed to be challenged. I believe that a Milik in the team would have challenged Vlahovic to do better, creating a competition that if he's not ready, well, Vlahovic starts on the bench. Well, with Kean not even on the bench, he is already creating a lot of difficulty, so I totally understand the fee in terms of money, an exemplary fee in terms of money for the bad behavior, the reaction of Kean that is still young, he's 23, needs to learn, probably the first time that he received a red card in his career, but taking him away, I believe it would be a double punishment. I want to see him on the bench versus Freiburg. Anyway, guys, bad reaction from Kean, stupid reaction, even if Mancini, for me, is disgusting. Then I finish with Paulo Dybala. Paulo Dybala yesterday celebrated. I told you 1 week ago that I was super happy to see Gleison Bremer celebrating against Torino, his ex-team from 1 season ago. It would be hypocrite from me to tell you today, hey, I am angry because Dybala celebrated a win of his team yesterday. I have absolutely no problem in Paulo Dybala celebrating the win yesterday. I don't have a problem in Paulo Dybala heating up the referees to give a red card to Kostic because he wants to win with his new team and he is respecting his new colors. What I don't appreciate a lot is how much we are defending Dybala, of some parts, Dybala, because what did he need to do, and how much we are criticizing other players from Juve or ex-Juve players that are doing exactly the same. I think that it's really important to be correct and objective, regardless of the affinity that we have with some players. All judged the same. In front of the law, all judged the same. This is what we are asking of the field for Juventus. Well, we have to do it on the field as well. Then, of course, Paulo Dybala saying, I don't celebrate to a goal to my ex-team Juventus. And then you see the images of him celebrating more than when he won the World Cup. Of course, it can hurt some people. I have no problem with that. Anyway, this is what I wanted to say, guys. A long video, 18 minutes. 18 minutes of video. Mamma mia. If you're still there, let me know. Comment on the different topics. Dusan Vlahovic, Kean, Paulo Dybala. Always respectful. Give your opinion. Negative, positive, whatever, but always respectful. That's important. And I give you appointment at 6:30 on Twitch. Twitch Juventus. Because, guys, there is a beautiful surprise. Let's try to bring a smile on Juventini. Grazie, forza, Juve.